everybody, welcome to the Black Sheep Props channel. I'm Steve and I'm here to teach you the tips, tools, techniques, and materials for building your very own super cool EVA foam props. Now in our last episode, making an EVA foam Deadzone DefenderShield Part 1, you saw us build the whole structure for the shield. We built the whole center section, we put it on an even larger piece, we did the frame around the outside, and we showed how cool of a technique we use with the X-Acto blade to cut these beveled trenches so that it looks like separate steel panels. Really cool stuff. And when we wrapped the frame around the outside, we had to really be careful and we had to wrestle the heck out of it to like get these corners to line up tight. But it was easy stuff. And then we came in super easy, put these little metal plates down everywhere, and our cool little window frame piece, which was kind of neat too, have some angled cuts in there. And that was it, super easy. So now in this episode, making an EVA foam Deadzone DefenderShield Part 2, we're going to come in and we are going to knock out all the details around the frame of this thing. See that? Everything that goes around the frame, all these little raised details, all these corner wraps, these wraps at the top, some Dremel rivets, regular rivets, a lot of cool stuff. But the cool part is after that, when we come in and we damage it. We're going to bust out the Dremel, we're going to dent it up, we're going to bust out the wood burner, the skin peeler, and we're going to crank out these super cool shrapnel sprays here gouged out of the shield. And it's all so totally easy, you're going to love it. So, if you're ready to hit it, let's make something. Okay, now what we did is we transferred our templates over to both sides, all the way up the edges. We numbered these 1A and we numbered these B's down this side just to keep everything straight. The pieces are all the same, but we just like to be orderly. So there we go, we've got all our pieces drawn out. And then what we did was we came over here and we transferred them all over to our foam. This is 4mm foam. And no dremeling, no curves, so all we're going to do is come in with a straight edge and we're going to just skim right through our Sharpie lines. Remember what we always say, don't go by your hand 500 miles an hour because you don't want to whack a finger. No. Alright, there we go, we've got all of our pieces, nice and easy. Now hit the back of our pieces with some heat real quick just to tighten up the surface for when we glue. You don't have to, but I like to. See that? Tightens up the foam really nice. Oh yeah. That's it. Nothing hard. Alright, there we go. Got them all down on this side. Perfect. Alright, now what we're going to do is this. We're going to come in with these pieces. We transferred our templates over. We've got 4 of them. Actually, we only need 3. And what these... There we go, just like that. Alright, there we go. There's all 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring them in. We're going to start by anchoring it down here on the front of the shield like that. Then we're going to wrap it around just like that. Right there. There we go. Alright, there we go. Now we are anchored. Now check it out. We are anchored right down here to the bottom of the shield, right down here at the front, and we're anchored up against this edge right inside here. We're going to roll over the edge with our thumb like that just to get a good tight wrap around the shoulder. Get right around the edge like that. Got all 3 done. Now we're going to flip them over. And we're going to attach this last little piece on all 3. That's it. Now it's got that nice look like it's wrapping around it. Very cool. Alright, now we're going to come in with our brass tube, which is just about the size we want. And we are going to just simply pop out a couple circles. Just a couple little twists and it pops right out. Just make sure you got a sharp tube. What I do is I come in with my Dremel bit and I hit the outside a little bit, then I hit the inside, and it's nice and sharp, and look at that, man, those are sweet. And if you end up with any little tiny little fray at the edge, at the bottom, sometimes you do, you just come in with your X-Acto knife, you find any of them, that was it, there was only, oh, here's one. Sometimes you get just a couple little tiny little frays, but it's all right, cut them off, and there you go, nice and perfect. And I super glue puddle right down here on our cardboard. A little rivet on our X-Acto blade, just like that. There we go. We're going to come in, we're going to get it right in the center, like so. Move it a little bit. There we go. That's it. All right, now what we're going to do is this. We're going to come in with a Dremel. We want to come in with our standard grinding bit because it's about the size we want. And we're going to come in and we're going to put a little rivet mark right in the center of each of these. See that? Wow, that's nice. All right, look at that. That is nice. Now we've got the recessed area down in here, and then we used our Dremel to like make what looks like a little bit of a rivet there. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to spin this around to this side, and we're going to come in. We made our marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to come back in now with a smaller bit. All right, there we go. Check those out. Nice. That's exactly what we wanted. Back to our slightly wider bit. Very cool. Those look nice. These look nice. Love those little details. All right, now we've drawn out these little pieces. This is going to be just like that. All right, see that? We've got our marks made right around. And we are going to line this up with our line, just like that. All right, there we go. That easy. All right, there we go. Check that out. Those are nice. Like that little detail. Cool. That's it. Okay, now the last little detail we're going to do as far as assembling goes is we are going to come in here. If you can tell, we have a slight gap right down in here, which really wouldn't matter, but I don't want it there. So I'm going to come in with my super glue and I'm going to run my super glue down in that gap, just like that. I'm going to come in with a piece of foam. I'm going to spread it through there so we've got it all over there. Then I'm going to come in like this and I'm going to pinch it closed. And I'm just going to hold it there for a minute while it bonds. All right, now we're going to move around the shield. We sealed the edge around the shield. Everything is tight. Everything is done. Now we're going to damage it. All right, now we're going to come in with our wood burner and we're going to come in with our Dremel. And we're going to bang this thing up. We're going to use the Dremel to do some denting. We're going to use the wood burner to gouge out some shrapnel gouges or some flying acid gouges. So this will be fun and easy, totally easy. All right, so we've got our dust mask on, we've got our round bit, and we're gonna start bouncing around the edge and we're gonna start kind of denting it up a little bit. All right, there we go. We're just slightly nicking up some edges. We're coming in and doing stuff like this. Look at that. And now let's back out. We've got this whole shield to do. So we're gonna just start taking our time, All right, make sure you got your dust mask on and have fun. All right, here we go. We dented up all the way around all the edges, all across here, here. We just took our time. We hit around all these edges. We hit around some of these edges. We came into here. We hit around the edges of these pieces on the front. We hit around some of these rivets. We hit around the edges of some of these trenches. All right, so what we've done is this, is we came in with our silver Sharpie and we drew a couple spots on here. We drew 3 spots on here where it looks like it was hit with shrapnel or some kind of like an acid bomb. So we drew out what we wanted and we have our wood burner all heated up and we're gonna burn these designs on here. Now, wear a dust mask because this is plastic. All right, I have a shop fan off to the side that's gonna blow these fumes out of the way. But I'm still wearing a dust mask because you don't want to breathe this stuff in. And I'm in a pretty big area, so I'm okay. Fan. All right, here we go. We've got this whole area and we've got this whole area. So we're just gonna take our time. We're gonna do it up. All right, check it out. Look at that. Look at that spray this way. And then it comes in and it sprays up this way, like something hit here and all over the shield. Then we've got this tiny little spot in the bottom where a little bit hit. Look at that. Man, that is nice. Really cool. So they're loving this thing. Really nice. All right, now the last thing we're going to do is we are going to heat seal the front of it because we want to tighten up all the foam. The foam tightened up. All right, now we got one last piece of detail. We're going to cut a piece of foam that we're going to put on the back of the shield, and it's going to allow us to curve the shield because we don't want the shield flat, we want it curved. So we're going to do that next. All right, so what I did was I cut a piece of foam that's exactly the same shape as our shield, but about a ½ an inch or so inside. So see what we did here? See that? We've got space left around all the whole thing, all the way around. All right, we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna cover the whole shield. All right, here we go. We've got this whole piece cemented and we've got this whole back piece cemented. Now we're gonna give it a couple minutes to dry, and man, that was a lot of contact cement. And like we've said before, you can apply that much cement any way you like. You could do it the way I did it, just going one brush at a time out of your glue pot, or you can pour it out and use a big brush to cover it. But either way, whatever works good for you is cool. All right, give this a couple minutes to dry. All right, here we go. Now, here's the trick. Is we're going to lay this piece of paper over this half of the glue because this paper will not stick to the glue because contact cement only sticks to other contact cement. So we're going to leave this right here to protect the other side from going down and sticking. Now what we want to do is this. We're going to be careful. We're going to come in and we're going to line up our white marks with our white mark on the end on that side, and we're going to line up these white marks with these white marks on this end. But all we want to stick down is just the middle. We don't want to stick down the side or the side, just the strip down the middle, and we'll show you why. Okay, so now you got to be careful. All right, so that's stuck down on that line, on that white line. Now we're going to come down here and we're going to stick it down right there. All right, now what we've done is this. Okay, we've anchored it. Now it's stuck just right here. Okay, now what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna take our bottom shield and we're gonna bend it up. And when you bend it up to reach this foam here, okay, stick everything down. All right, now we're sticking down in the middle. And we're sticking down on the side. All right. All right, see how we've got a slight curve here? Now we're gonna come around to this side of the shield. We're gonna lift our foam up. We're gonna pull out our piece of paper. And what we're gonna do is this. We're going to curve our shield up and meet our foam right there in the middle. On that side, and we're going to curl it up and meet it on this side. All right, here we go. Now we're going to make contact. Okay, now. All right, there we go. All right, now, watch this. Look, this thing's so huge I can't get it in the camera all at once, but this gives you an idea. Look at that. It's curved perfectly, and we did that by sticking the middle down. What we basically did was this. Let me give you an example. What we did was we took our top piece and we folded it like this, and we just stuck it down in the middle, only in the middle. And then what we did was we held this piece, this side up like that, and we folded the bottom up to meet it. And when you fold the bottom up to meet it and it attaches, it's got a tension on it now like that. So now our shield is curved, slightly curved, exactly how we wanted it. Wow. Love it, man, love it. All right, let's take a look at that again. Look at that, cool. All right. All right, now we're going to put a simple grip on the back of the shield. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a strap for our arm to go through, and we're gonna do a handle. And we roughly figured out where we want our arm to go, and we roughly figured out where we want our strap to anchor to, and then we're gonna measure and go around our arm. So if you wanna take the time and actually design and build the back of the shield, you can, using all the same techniques we used on the front. But we're not doing that. We just wanna have a shield so that we can hold it and you can see it from the opposite side. We're just gonna stick it on there, just like that. All right, now we're gonna wanna be able to get our arm all the way in to get our grip, like this. Okay, so that's probably good right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in and we're gonna glue right here and across to here, here, and here. And there's the mark on the back. So now we know when we come in, then this is stuck down, our arm is gonna go in and grab our handle. Make good contact on the whole piece. All right, here we go. This is going to be the strap that we grab with our hand. This is going to be the little grip that goes around that. So we're gonna super simple little strap, nothing crazy, just enough to hold on to. That's all it is. Here and here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hit these edges, because these edges are going to need to make contact together right here and right here. All right, there we go. Now we're going to give this a couple minutes. Really simple stuff. Stick this down. There we go. We wrapped it around, and we're going to wrap this side around. We're going to meet it together just like that, and then we're just going to come down. See what we're doing? We're just squeezing it together. We got a secure bond. Look at that. See how easy that was? All right, now this is not the greatest handle in the universe. All right, let's bring the shield in and let's make our measurement and let's stick it down. Let's see, this is where our hand is going to go. That means this is going to come in like this. Okay, that's it. We're going to make our measurement on this end. All right, there we go. We're going to come in and we're going to get this little bit right here. All right, there we go. Piece of cake. Arm goes in, hand goes in. That's exactly where we wanted it. Look at that. That is perfect. Perfect. All right, there we go. Simple handle. Remember, it's not about the back. You can do the back if you want, but we didn't. This is about just something functional to hold on to so you can show off the front of it when you're walking around with it. It's about the front. So, there we have it. With that last handle detail, that brings the build portion of our Deadzone shield to a close. Whew. There you go, man. That was intense. Tons and tons of work, but super easy. You saw how we cranked out all the details around the frame, a lot of rivets, a lot of wrapping stuff over the shoulder. But the fun part was after we finished the build part of this, when we came in and we damaged it with the Dremel and the wood burner. Totally cool, man. You saw how we bounced it around to do the dents with the Dremel, and then you saw how we came in and we hit these cool shrapnel sprays in these different spots on the shield with the wood burner. Totally cool stuff. Awesome. Love this build. And that's pretty much it. That concludes making an EVA foam Deadzone DefenderShield Part 2. Hope you liked it. If you did, give us a like, share us with a friend, and subscribe to this channel. And together we're going to go step by step through a lot more super cool builds so that you get the props you deserve. Thanks for coming. See you next time.